Hi guys, my name is Riccardo Caivano. I'm Italian, I'm 27 years old, and I'm a PhD and a mechanical engineer.
Hello, my name is Matteo Caivano, I'm 26 years old, I'm Italian and I'm an architect.
We both graduated in Politecnico di Torino, one of the most important colleges here in Italy, and almost 1 year ago we found our architectural firm named Caivano Architettura here in Italy.
Our atelier is located in the historic center of Mondovì, a small town in the northwest of Italy, close to the Alps. We wanted to take part in competition because we want to check our design level and we want to compete with the most brilliant and innovative thinkers of today.
So we found out the Mango architecture competition related to glamping competition almost casually. We just were looking for new topics, and when we found out this one about glamping, we recognized immediately the opportunity to face with this competition and design topic, especially because it's really related to our region and our environment.
We wanted to face the problem of low altitude ski resort, which is a very important issue in our country. In fact, with the climate change, these resorts are now abandoned or useless. We imagine to hang in this abandoned cable car suspended in the void, but with the protection of a pod or of a nest. And we got inspired by nature, by the nest of waving birds, and we realized a modular pod made by 3 cabins, which one is the bathroom cabin, one is the hot tub cabin, and one is the bedroom cabin. This structure, which is obviously ultralight, is made by wood and local materials and is suspended in particular viewpoints in the mountain. We wanted to join luxury and nature, so we put these cabins in a very important viewpoints in the mountains. We also wanted to make them off the grid, so we provided to the energy system with an electric hydraulic turbine, and for the water waste we provided with a filter depuration system.
The journey to come up with this idea, the nest, basically started months ago when we just brainstormed so many ideas related to camping, glamping ideas in the mountains, really strange, maybe impossible to be built, but we just tried to use our imagination. And one day we went for a hike in a mountain close to our hometown, and we just see this abandoned cable car, and we were just shocked about the fact that the place was really beautiful, one of the best we have, and how ugly instead was this abandoned cable car. And at that point we just imagined how to reuse this abandoned cable car, and we matched all the previous strange ideas, and we just dream about a pod hanging on this cable car with this amazing viewpoint. And at that point we just try to make it as real as possible. So at the beginning it was just a shape, and the shape was again inspired by nature, by the weaving birds. And at that point we were a little bit more in the dream phase, and now at that point we started to try to make it real. And so we started thinking about materials, about connections, about services for people that made people need it. And so at that point we tried to make it more real, and so we start including details like materials, isolation, electricity, water waste, and so on. And all the introduction of these details, of course, included so many issues and problems to be solved, and at the same time we always kept the point on the fact that the solution wouldn't be like a monster in the mountain. We just really would like to include it in the natural set. And so we basically started to include details, and all with the details, all the problems related to this just came out. For example, the problem of the water waste, electricity, connections, how people would reach this pod. So the journey really started to make a little bit complex. And for example, the idea to use the feature depression system and the electric turbine just came out on another hike on our mountains, going to the refuge, because these are really real solutions for these problems. And so what we tried to keep in our mind during all this process was to stick to the idea that the pod wouldn't really impact the nature, but just to be included like in a set. And once the idea was formed and all this problem were basically almost solved, the communication phase just began. First of all, the method to how to communicate our ideas on a sheet, on an architectural sheet, this was really, really difficult at the beginning. So we made some renders just to communicate like the colorful and the impact of our idea. And then we tried to build all the sketches, the drawings, and all the related stuff we had in our mind to make it on the sheet competition.
We recommend to take part in architecture competition because it's a very strong challenge and a way to get always better in your job. And you can also face with architects from all over the world, and you're not limited to your geographical region. And it's full of work, and you get better always and always because you face with innovative design, innovative ideas, and innovative thinkers of today. And it's a way also to challenge yourself and to getting inspired by others. And it's a way to always grow up in your profession.
So now that we are luckily the winners, maybe we can share with you some advice. Like I told about the journey we had, also I can try to explain how we get better during this journey. First of all, and this is maybe the first advice we can give you, is that look at your weaknesses, in the sense that everyone is not perfect and always can improve somehow. You for sure have your strengths and you have your weaknesses. Just look other projects, look other winners, look other architectural sheets and so on. Look at them and look what you are missing in this moment. There are for sure something, so just look what you're missing and try to fix it. Look at your weaknesses. This is one of the most important stuff we learned during our journey. And for example, we had a lot of problems related to conceptual sketches. The second advice I can give you is that just keep dreaming, in the sense that architecture is something magical. It's between technical stuff and art. So just get inspired by whatever is surrounding you. Just find your source of inspiration and follow him. The third advice I would like to give to you, and we would like to give to you, is just stick to the competitions. In previous competition we had an idea we really loved, but maybe wasn't really fitting the actual competition we choose. So just stick to the competition. Read really well what are the judging criteria, read well what's the topic, and just stick to it. Maybe you have a really great idea, but it's not the right competition for you. So stick to the competition. We absolutely would like to recommend Mango Architecture for your future competitions because it's a really amazing platform, and the competition topic was really well explained, and especially the jury was really made by expert, and we are really amazed and glad to be judged by such expert people. So guys, thank you very much for having listened to us. We are really glad to be the winners of this competition. We are really proud that you may enjoy our project, and we share it with you. And just keep dreaming is one of the most important stuff you can do. And thank you very much. See you in the next competition.